If you're following Johnny Depp, you probably know he had a great year in 2023. Lots of trending, lots of concerts, lots of movies, lots of photo shoots. It was real good. You would think that Disney saw this and was like, you know what? Maybe let's get Johnny back in Pirates. But this report here says Pirates of the Caribbean 6 Disney Goes Quiet from January 2nd, 2024, from Inside the Magic. Grain of salt on them. They're pretty clickbaity, but they put out the news, so let's see what they have to say. Pirates of the Caribbean fans have grown up with Johnny Depp serving as the captain of their ship through the popular entertainment franchise. Thank you. Yes, that's correct, pretty much. They say Johnny took the role in 2003 of Jack Sparrow. Thank you for the history lesson. Nice to know. 20 years ago, a little more now. Okay. They list some Pirates movies. It's not Wikipedia. What else you got? In the last couple of years, Disney's teased a creating of Pirates of the Caribbean 6 multiple times. This is true. After turning its back on Johnny Depp amid the Amber Heard accusations, the company revealed that there were two main scripts being developed, neither of which involved Captain Jack Sparrow. Wait, I thought one did, but then one had Margot Robbie. One confirmed script involved Barbie star Margot Robbie taking over as the lead in the sixth installment of the franchise. While producer Jerry Bruckheimer said this one could still happen in the future, he shared that it likely would come second after the other story had been released. Unfortunately, not many details have been given on that script and what it entails, and it would make sense that if she came 10 years from now, 7 years from now, when Johnny probably was too old for the part or too old for a significant Jack Sparrow part doing all the action shit, maybe it would work better. But they'd need him first to pass the torch and end it properly, like Johnny said in court, which he was correct about. Characters this big usually have some kind of send-off. They're not just cut off completely out of nowhere. And he's right, and that makes sense. As a matter of fact, Disney's gone quiet on the installment completely and left little details on what fans might expect moving forward, which is true, yes. The exact reason for this period of quietness is unconfirmed. Disney's coming off the SAG, AFTRA, and WGA strikes, which means multiple projects that were previously delayed have taken precedence over the conception of new projects. Fine. Another reason for the quietness likely has to do with the backlash coming from fans who believe that another Pirates of the Caribbean installment without Johnny Depp would be a tragedy for the franchise. Well, wait, why be quiet? Why not just say, hey, you guys are the fans, you're probably right. You didn't show up for Aquaman 2, but we bet you'd show up for you-know-who in Pirates. But lately, Disney's made some stupid mistakes, like letting Rachel Zelger run crazy with her comments on Snow White, which pretty much ruined the promotion. Not that it wasn't ruined anyway, but pretty bad. Releasing a lot of, let's just say, sexual and gender-geared content in their cartoons for kids. Not so good. So, you gotta think, they just ain't so smart these days. Not when it comes to making money and putting in the right characters in movies. Disney understands the viral amounts of social media backlash that they've seen just from muttering the idea that Captain Jack Sparrow might not return. When you couple that backlash with the controversy that the company's already attempting to calm, it would make sense why Disney's gone silent for the time being. I don't know, man. It doesn't make sense for me. It just doesn't. Here's what makes sense. Johnny's got a huge following. A lot of people love him. The clock's ticking. It's going to be too late at some point. Just put him back in Pirates. And they end with this. Not going to read it. Basically, they say no reports have come out from Disney confirming anything. Thank you. Not the worst article, though, from them. A bit clickbaity, but they made more of a point than they usually do. At least they talked about the title in context. It made sense. Anyway, this here obviously a bit regurgitated. It's an ongoing thing. Will Johnny be in Pirates? Unfortunately, there's no way to quite tell. He's still young enough to play a Jack Sparrow and do some things. And honestly, he's like the perfect age to pass the torch down. He's not like in his upper 70s where he's like getting a little too old, but he's not, in his 40s where he's still kind of in his fighting spirit and progression stages. He's just right to pass down the torch now to a new captain. Just like Mark Hamill was at a great age for Luke Skywalker to pass down the torch, but that never happened because the new Disney Star Wars sucks, and they didn't properly pass down the torch either. Let's hope that doesn't happen here. Let me know what you think down below. Thanks for all the recent support. If you're not subscribed here, consider it. If you don't, I'll be sad, but I'll get over it. See you next time.